Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Virgo. How are you guys? I hope you're all well. So this reading can be any aspect of your life. Take it how it best resonates for you, Virgo. Does Virgo need to know? Clarity, please, for Virgo. There we go. So we have the moon, Cancer energy. Slow and steady wins the race. So I feel as though there's definitely an energy of some, it looks like you're working on something here, planning something. You may have a little fear, okay? You might have a little fear of something that's unknown about this path that you're on. It has to do with a windfall of abundance. It could be learning something new, okay? You might be planning for success and preparing for the future. So it could be something you're learning, but there could be that energy of little fear, but it's also telling you to trust your intuition about the path that you're on. Okay. So slow and steady wins the race. It's about dedicating your time to paying attention to the details, moving forward here. So I really like this energy. There could be a little apprehension here about the path you're on. Like I see that little bit of fear, but it's telling you just trust your intuition. It looks like you're on the right path. Just take your time, look at the details, and plan for success. Beautiful. Yeah, this could be a connection between you and another person. Okay, it could be a friend, a family member. But I do see two people here. I see the two people seeing eye to eye, sharing their feelings back and forth. You can see a little Cupid here. So there could be a relationship energy. So it's generally an energy, I feel, of you're unsure about the path. So it's telling you to kind of just take your time, slow and steady here. Taking your time to get to know someone. It's about connecting emotionally, seeing eye to eye, sharing your feelings. And it's telling you not to give up, because I feel as though you're on the right path. Just trust your intuition. I feel like you probably are. Yeah. Looks good, Virgo. There we go. So we have the King of Wands. Little Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Could be a Scorpio energy here. I feel it's an energy of knowing exactly what you want. If this is yourself, this could be another person as well. Okay, this could be someone else here. This is a person who's very creative, very focused. I feel there's a lot of motivation. So it could be you may have a person who's motivating you here. This could be a friend, okay, someone you connect with. Could be anybody, a love interest. It could even be yourself. It's right in the heart of the reading. It's about being ambitious, taking a leadership role. Okay, so it's about taking the lead. And I feel there it has to do with this path that you're on. Interesting, yeah. So I see the Four of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of energy of being a little bit stuck here, but it's about focusing, staying in that energy of being ambitious. So there could be an energy where you're saving money, or if there is a love interest, you could be kind of holding back right now. It's about making sure you know what you want, this path that you're on. So I feel it's an energy of just kind of taking your time. Yeah, we have an Emperor energy here. Interesting. Yeah, little Taurus, Aries energy. It really can be anyone, even yourself. So look at that. There's the star. So I do actually see someone here, I feel, who may be even popular, fairly well known. But it's also an energy of having faith. It's about letting go of something, releasing things that no longer serve. So I have a little sense of someone here who's being a little stubborn, maybe even a little selfish. So watch that energy. And then we have the Three of Swords, yeah. So there's that little bit of fear, possibly a third-party situation, or just a little fear that things aren't going to work out the way you want. So it's telling you to keep the faith, okay? Having faith in the future. It's looking actually pretty good, but there is a need for someone here to let go. That stuck energy, being a little bit too stubborn, someone who kind of wants everything their way. So it's an energy of where something isn't serving someone here, and it has to do with this Emperor energy because of the Four of Pentacles. I think most people understand that connection. Sometimes emperors can be definitely very logical. Somebody who's very disciplined, but it's also someone who can be kind of stuck in that energy and they refuse. It's an energy of someone who's refusing to budge, refusing to give in. But the star is that reminder of moving past that energy by letting it go. So a little bit of fear about the path that you're on. So you could have it could be yourself connecting with someone here. And they might be a little bit stuck. So Yeah, I feel as though too, I feel there's a few things going on and they kind of mishmash together, but I do feel there's someone who's got some very smart business sense, taking their time. It could be yourself, but it could be this King of Wands energy, because there's a lot of ambition. This is someone who knows exactly what they want and they're going for it. So it's about the path towards success. Somebody is focused on their success. They know exactly what they want and they're going for it. So very interesting. This is someone who doesn't like being criticized. Okay, someone who doesn't really like that kind of energy. So there could be something to do with that. This could even be a boss or someone kind of stuck. Yeah, look at, I was going to say, out came the slow and steady wins the race. There's an energy of a little apprehension where someone's holding back. Okay, now this could be saving money as you're planning for something here. You may be taking something to another level as well. So take it how it resonates. Like I see the Two of Cups, so this could be just a friendship. You know, you may have someone here who kind of wants things their way, but I feel like it's not serving. And that's what I feel the biggest message is here. So there's a little fear. Somebody doesn't have a lot of faith in something here, so they're holding back. It's an energy of someone who keeps themselves stuck. Okay. The Four of Pentacles is also an energy of, it's about balance. It's about focusing on one thing too much. So there's a need for balance. It's about being patient, focusing on all aspects of your life. Okay. Whether it be you or this other person. So I definitely see that Knight of Pentacles twice. So it's telling you to just take your time if it's yourself. Plan for success. Don't let anything hold you back. Okay. And that's what I feel. But there's definitely something holding you or somebody else back. And that's that Emperor with the star energy. Yeah, it's basically saying there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is reaching for the stars, your hopes and dreams. It's about going on a path. Now, it could be to do with a job, a business opportunity. It could be somebody else involved here, a very good friend. But this could also be a romantic relationship. Someone may be holding on to something they need to let go. It could be baggage too. You see, a little bit of fear. So it's telling you to just trust your intuition. Okay. Yeah. Fear of being hurt, Three of Swords energy. It's about healing, releasing, see, letting things go as well. Look at that. So there's a cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. So this is the end of a cycle. End of this fear, confusion, illusion, okay? And it's about going down the path. And I actually feel there's this path that you may be on. So it could, like I say, it could be going to school, could be education, could be taking something to the next level. But it's about abundance. So, wow, I definitely see somebody who's definitely on a path. Tell me about the windfall of abundance. Why is this here for Virgo? Yeah, so there we have. So we have, it's an energy of justice, doing things right. Yeah, we have a little Libra energy here. So we've got a couple of kings and an emperor. Oh yeah, so this could be a dating energy as well. So I do feel there's the end of something, the end of fear, confusion, illusion. So this is an energy where someone's doing a lot of thinking about possibly maybe marriage, commitment, okay, doing something that's right. Is this right or is this not right for you? But it definitely has that energy of balance, doing the right thing. So there's a need for justice. And then we have the calling card. It's dating and courting. This is someone exploring their feelings, emotions as they go down this path. So if there is an energy where you have a connection with someone here, okay, this could be this person coming towards you, wanting to explore their feelings, as this is a person who's not always so sure, has a tendency to kind of be in their head about whether someone's right for them or not. Now, this could be, like I say, taking a relationship to another level. It's about definitely taking your time looking at the details. So I do feel someone here is a little unsure, okay, whether this situation is right or not. There's a bit of fear whether things will go in someone's favor, okay? And I feel it has this long-term kind of energy. So it could be a long-term commitment with a business opportunity, a career path, or a relationship. Finally coming together. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. Why is this here for Virgo? Here we go. Yeah, so it's about reciprocity, equal give and take. So I feel there's an energy of someone coming in here, dating and courting. It's in there, like I say, someone exploring their feelings. This is a person who I actually feel there's someone here is a little bit worried that things aren't going to go in their favor. Someone won't reciprocate. They won't feel the same. Okay. I see that reciprocity. Some of you are definitely taking your time. You are definitely saving money. I can see that. So there's definitely a few things going on. A lot of work, I feel. We're preparing for something. You want it to be successful. So I feel it's an energy of reciprocity. Some of you may be putting a lot of money into something, saving money here as you're making some kind of plans. But I don't feel like both people have a little Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, so we have someone here who's a little bit unsure. So you see, it's about reciprocity, whether two people feel the same about each other. The King of Cups. Will this be successful? Someone's definitely focused on financial success, but it's also an energy of someone preparing for to be successful. But there's a little bit of ego here. So we have someone with a little bit of ego, maybe because they're very successful. But it's also an energy, like I say, of someone who's very motivated, very ambitious. It's about taking a leadership role. Someone needs to be the leader. Somebody needs to be the one to reach out. Okay, you can see that energy. So I feel like there's been a situation. Things have been moving quite slow. And I do feel this is, you have a person here who's coming in do you want to go out? Do you want to connect? Okay, do you want to talk? Let's talk about this. That's what I feel is happening. It's about two people talking, sharing their feelings. It's about planning for success, preparing for it. Will this be successful? Someone's not so sure. So there it is. So it could be to do with marriage or commitment, but it's about doing things right, going about things the right way. Are you right for each other? Yeah, whether it's business or whether it's a love interest, could be either way here. Definitely someone has a little bit of an ego, you see. And I feel there's someone who's holding on to something here and it's keeping them stuck. So it's basically saying it's sort of like taking baby steps here, just planning for success, preparing, looking at the details. Someone here is realizing they're kind of stuck here. They're holding back. But definitely with that Emperor energy, someone needs to let go of the Emperor energy, someone who wants everything their way. So there's a need to talk, to communicate here about whether two people are right for each other or it's a business, something to do with financial success. Yeah, something needs to be acknowledged. I feel like we got someone with a little bit of ego. Someone's ego is holding them back from reaching out because they're not sure someone's going to feel the same. Okay, but it's about doing things right. It's about balance, being fair. Yeah, you might have someone who's kind of not playing fair here. So let's see what this King of Wands is for Virgo. There we go. Yeah, so see, someone's not so sure. We have someone here who's not so sure. And I do feel it's energy of someone failing to see. Someone's failing to recognize something. But it's also an energy of missing an opportunity. So you may not be sure about missing this opportunity. Okay. And like I say, there's a relationship kind of energy. It's about two people coming together. It could be a romantic relationship, but it's basically an energy of not giving up, planning for success, doing things right. Someone feels they missed an opportunity. See, someone was kind of stuck, maybe being selfish or just holding back. Now, it could be baggage. Someone needs to release some baggage from a past relationship. Maybe we have a person here who didn't have a successful marriage in the past. So, it's an energy of someone who has probably been playing the field, dating a few people, not really finding anyone they're interested in. Nobody's right, you see. Thanks, but no thanks. Not really interested, not my type, that kind of energy. So, yeah, I feel someone here has been playing the field and they haven't had a lot of luck finding somebody they can connect with. So there's that energy, like I say, lack of reciprocity. But it really does take two people to talk, to communicate. And I do see two slow-moving energies here. Tell me about the Emperor. Yeah, so it is about look at that. Wow. Yeah, we've got someone who's thinking about the future here. Someone who knows exactly what they want, not afraid to go for it. Okay, so that beautiful Emperor energy. But we also have emotional fulfillment. And I also see financial stability. So this is two people looking out for each other's best interests. See, I feel like you got a person who It's not like they're so unsure. I think we have someone whose ego's getting in the way. They're a little afraid of rejection. This is someone who doesn't like to be rejected, very sensitive to criticism, you see. So if they reach out and you don't reciprocate, their ego gets deflated, okay? They don't like that energy, this person. So, wow. Yeah. So it looks like you got somebody who wants to date, okay? They want to get to know you, but I do feel they're in their head whether this will go in their favor. This is someone who strategizes, you know? It's energy of facing the fear, a little shadow work, facing that fear. You can see. So I feel it's connected to the Emperor, someone very logical. They have a tendency to get into their head and think about the path they're on before they go, before they make that move. Yeah. Tell me about the Star. Yeah, so I definitely see that world. Beautiful. So there is definitely an energy of change and growth. Just it's energy just kind of going with it. But you see the Star. This is someone who may be quite popular, someone who gets a lot of attention, maybe because they're successful. So this is an energy of someone who has a bit of an ego. So that's where I feel someone's ego's getting in the way. There's a sense of pride here as well. Someone has a lot of pride for things that they've accomplished, the path they've been on. So, but I do think this person's looking at that. They're doing a little shadow work, facing that fear of commitment, marriage, or whether someone is right, or if they're even on the right path. Like I say, it could even be yourself, not sure you're on the right path with a business opportunity, a relationship, but it's telling you it's time for change. It's time to let go. There's something someone is holding on to they need to let go of. It's likely some baggage. From the past, a relationship that didn't work out well, past marriage that wasn't successful, see? Yeah, but I feel like someone's not having a lot of success because it's like they can't find somebody who's just right, someone they connect to, you see? Thanks, but no thanks, not interested, nobody's good enough. But it's also, like I say, a person who doesn't like rejection. So there's a little bit of fear of rejection here, that if they reach out, someone will reject them. So yeah, very interesting energy, but there's definitely some feelings here. You can see someone's feelings have kind of grown a little bit here, but they're holding back. See, they're keeping their feelings to themselves because of the fear of rejection. Yeah, there it is. Tell me about that Three of Swords energy. There's been some heartache, I feel, in the past. Someone's still holding on to something. Holding on to a little bit of heartache from a past situation. But it said it's time for change, to let go. It's about reaching for the stars, going for what you want here. I do see a lot of personal growth. So I do see some change. Ooh, nice, yeah. So there we go. Multiple opportunities too. So it could be possible that you have multiple opportunities or you feel someone around you does. But I also see someone, and I know people don't like it, but it's a been there, done that. Someone's been married before, it wasn't successful, thanks, but no thanks. It's a person who's playing the field, but they're not having success. So there's definitely something to look at here, at why someone's not having success. And I feel it's because they kind of want things their way, very stuck and stubborn, refusing to budge. But I like that there's this slow and steady wins the race. Someone's looking at the details here. They're looking at this. You can see why things aren't going in their favor, what they need to do. And I feel it's shadow work, facing the fear of not having success. Could be to do with, like I say, a business or a long-term commitment. Yeah, someone's looking at that. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so I do see there's that transformation, some kind of change. So I feel like there's an energy of something that's over, okay? But with every ending comes a new beginning. So it's a person who is doing their shadow work, facing those fears. I do feel there's maybe a fear that there's multiple opportunities. Something is over and somebody is moving on. So it's a fear of somebody moving on, going down another path. So we have a person who's definitely in their head here. Tell me about the world. I think this one wants to go. Yeah, so there's definitely an energy of someone who's maybe even juggling. Okay, and the reason why I feel it's here is because this is someone who possibly juggles back and forth. It's like they reject the other person before they can reject them because of that fear of it not being successful. So we've got a person definitely who has a little inner work to do here. And I can see this energy of someone, you know, kind of procrastinating, weighing the pros and the cons. And it has to do with change. So it has to do with, could be juggling. There may have been a third party or a situation at some point. Someone's holding on to the baggage. But I feel here it's like a been there, done that. So there's some positive energy here. I do see multiple opportunities or just a really busy time. Some of you, I do see work here being really busy. Juggling a lot of things because you're focused on that financial stability, the emotional fulfillment. This is about the future, someone who's always planning and preparing for the future, but there's definitely some kind of connection or relationship energy here. Ooh. So I feel it's, yeah, there's definitely that energy of releasing the fear, letting it go. It's time for change, time to kind of move past an energy. And I definitely see that growth. I see the windfall of abundance. Someone's weighing the pros and the cons. Will this pay off? I feel like you got, like, definitely this is a person with an ego who doesn't like to be rejected. So it's like they reject first and then they move on to another person, let go of that person and move on to another. It's somebody who definitely, it's almost like they don't want to commit because they feel it won't be successful anyway. You see, it's somebody here who starts off feeling like it won't be successful. So they kind of come into a situation feeling like it won't be. So they don't really plan for it to be. They don't act like this is something that's going to move forward because they're holding on to something. So let's see exactly what that is. It definitely looks like a failed relationship or marriage. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have the King and Queen of Cups. So you see, we have somebody here who's, I feel, slow and steady wins the race, moving away from a situation. So this could be yourself. You could be the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups. This is, I see some Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But I definitely see, you know, the Queen of Cups is someone who wants reciprocity. If someone doesn't reciprocate, this is somebody who moves on calmly and peacefully, you know, kind of moves on here. This is someone looking for emotional fulfillment and happiness, a partner, someone they can count on, rely on. Someone here is not reliable, I feel, as well. Ooh, this is getting a little deeper. Yeah, see, there's some baggage. So it's somebody releasing the baggage, letting go of things they're holding on to. See, burdens, responsibilities. There's someone who doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is moving on, releasing this, and there's that energy of new. So there's definitely that energy of weighing the pros and the cons of letting go, releasing someone and moving towards something new. But it's letting go of that fear. Okay, maybe there was a third party situation here. It doesn't have to be. I feel like the Libra energy is somebody here connected to this Emperor, very logical, someone who thinks first before they make a move. But it's definitely a little bit wishy-washy where someone's not so sure if someone's going to reciprocate. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who wants reciprocity. If the person doesn't reciprocate, they move on. They just release it because it becomes baggage. So it's an energy of responsibility. Someone doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship because of something that's happened in the past. Yeah. It's a rejection energy. It's very possible here too. I can see an energy of somebody who feels kind of burdened. It's burdens from the past. It's an energy of, it could be a little bit of a blame game, two people blaming each other as well with that energy. But it's about accountability. So yeah. Tell me more about, yeah. So somebody here, definitely there's that Queen of Cups energy, being careful what they wish for. So someone didn't get something they wanted. We have someone who wanted something, maybe to move towards a committed relationship. Somebody didn't want the responsibility or wasn't behaving in a responsible manner. So the energy of being reliable. Like I say, it could be even two people blaming each other here, but it has to do with two people not getting what they want. So there was a wish, somebody had a wish fulfillment and they didn't get what they wanted. So yeah, and I think we've got someone looking at why they didn't get something they wanted. Okay. Interesting energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. A lot of emotional energy there. Someone here who's failing to recognize why they didn't get what they wanted, you see? Because they didn't come into a situation planning for long term, planning to commit. See, they came into it, somebody came in with an ego, a little bit of an attitude. So there's some Pisces. So into me I see. So we've got, this could be yourself, trusting your intuition here. See, looking at the details. So it's a slow and steady wins the race, looking at the details. This is someone who I feel doesn't pull their weight. It's about two people communicating, learning about each other, sharing each other's feelings. Somebody wasn't really doing that. The other, I feel somebody was and somebody wasn't. So I feel like we have that energy of someone who's just trusting their intuition. They're not going to get what they want. Someone may have been keeping a secret too. See the details. Something started, but it didn't go anywhere. And it has to do with baggage. But I definitely see someone who's very popular. Okay, we've got a person who's quite popular. They get a lot of attention because they're successful, so they have an ego. Yeah. But it's definitely a person who doesn't plan for anything to be long-term when it comes to relationships. You can see that energy. But now this person's doing a lot of thinking about justice, playing fair, doing the right thing, why they didn't get something they wanted. See, it's a person who doesn't really want the responsibility of a relationship, but they want something. They want the other person to give, where the Queen of Cups sacrifices, gives and gives and gives to somebody, and it's not going anywhere. They're not getting what they want. So now we have the Queen of Cups. There may have even been a rejection or someone ignored somebody. So now the Queen of Cups is like, thanks, but no thanks. It's not good enough. It's a person who's offering one cup and nothing more. So they're not offering a whole lot. They want to keep everything to themselves. And I feel like it's this Emperor energy. Yeah, so I do feel there's an energy of transition here. There's some kind of change and transition. Yeah, so possibly it could be see, it's a little bit of someone telling a story. It's it's an energy possibly of an apology with the Page of Cups. To do with some kind of transition or some sort of change. So, but there's that cup, someone offering one cup and nothing more. A little wishy-washy energy, right? Someone who's not really sure, but it's also an energy of someone who has a lot of excuses, a lot of, they have a story to tell, right? Yeah, so it could be someone who has excuses, someone making excuses why this isn't moving forward. Why they're not giving the other person more, spending time with them, sharing information, because there's definitely a secretive energy. So it's definitely possible that somebody here was juggling, okay, back and forth between two, coming up with a lot of excuses. But like I say, with this transition energy, someone may be coming in to reach out. Could be an apology, but I don't know if the other person's going to look at it, because they're definitely looking at the details of this situation. They're trusting their intuition here, okay? It's that energy of someone who moves very slow, possibly even someone who keeps coming back around. Somebody coming back around here, someone that never changes, you see. There's that energy of juggling back and forth. So I think we got a person here who's, kind of doing some shadow work. And I do feel this person definitely has some kind of fear of commitment, okay, because it's something that wasn't successful before. So there may have been a lot of heartache and fear, or even a third party. And there we have that juggling, weighing the pros and the cons. So it's about calming down, finding that inner balance, and making a decision. Yeah, so I do feel there's some kind of communication. Now this communication could change everything, but I would be a little cautious whether this person will actually change, okay? So I feel like it's yourself or this person, kind of weighing the pros and the cons. Will they change? Are they reliable, dependable? Are they someone who has your best interest at heart? Will this bring emotional fulfillment? See, this is someone who's a little full of themselves. They kind of, want everything their way kind of energy. So it could be them, but it could be yourself here, because I am seeing the Knight of Pentacles twice. So there's definitely, both people have a little earth in their chart here. That slower moving energy, looking at the details. Will this be successful? Because if you don't plan for success and you don't spend time with each other and reciprocate, it won't be. So I can see that energy. Wow. So that is it in a nutshell. But I do feel there's a cycle ending, and a fear. Okay. This is that someone, if they want things to go in their favor, they know they need to reciprocate, or they won't get what they want. They'll be rejected, okay, or just ignored for that matter. But it's a person who's failing to recognize why they didn't get what they wanted, okay? Yeah, someone's being stubborn, selfish, kind of wanting everything their way, but what they're doing is keeping themselves stuck. And I do feel if it's yourself, things are moving really slow, someone's keeping you stuck, keeping you single, you're kind of looking at that. Your intuition is telling you here to look at it carefully. See, there it is, looking back at all this hard work, Queen of Cups, sacrificing and giving for someone who doesn't give anything in return because they don't really want to. You see, looking back, feeling a little bit beat up. Someone's feeling a little beat up, feels like giving up. So that's the energy. But I got to tell you, we have someone here who's not a quitter when it comes to their path in life as far as money, financial stability. That the King of Wands is no quitter, okay? So interesting energy. And it's funny, it's in the heart of the reading. So it's possible you both have a little Aries, Leo, Sag, or Scorpio energy. There's definitely some of that fiery energy, a lot of passion, a lot of creativity. Interesting, yeah, maybe a little Leo energy. So there it is. It's about being confident. So someone here, wasn't so confident here that this would be successful. And somebody was a little more confident than the other. There you go. It has to do with two people being on the same page. This is definitely two people not on the same page here because I feel there's a lack of reciprocity. And the way to do it is to plan for success. Pay attention to each other. Look at the details. Get to know each other kind of energy. Yeah, I feel like you got someone here who feels the other person has given up. They're moving on, where it's over. They may reach out. This is sometimes a person who's reaching out, and they're fishing for information. They want to know something, okay, whether the other person has moved on. But like I say, there could be some kind of an apology here. But I would watch how someone conducts themselves. I do see that Taurus energy. So it's about having faith. Let's see, it's about somebody not having faith. Faith and commitment, or maybe somebody wasn't faithful. So it's an energy of the lack of confidence. I think we got a person who doesn't have a lot of faith in themselves when it comes to relationships, marriage, commitment. But yet when it comes to career, finances, creativity, and that path they're on, there's a lot of faith there. Interesting. Very interesting. But it's how someone conducts themselves, their habits, okay? This is about whether two people are on the same page, where they have the similar lifestyle, similar habits, whether they fit or not. So interesting energy, but it's definitely that. I like the fact that it's in the middle because it's definitely both people, okay? There's definitely two people here. And it's about two people connecting, sharing their feelings and emotions, putting all their feelings out there. This is someone who doesn't really like putting themselves out there, okay? Yeah, a little fear of rejection. Somebody has definitely had, yeah, see there, someone's looking at, they focus on that too much instead of all the other things. So we've got two people that are kind of refusing to budge here. So interesting. Four of Wands, Knight of Four of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles twice. So it's two people holding back, refusing to budge. So there's nobody's giving in, and it's energy of someone failing to recognize. Focus on one thing too much. Someone's focused on one thing too much. It could be money. So like I say, somebody who's worked very hard to get where they're at, they don't want to, let go of that. So interesting. But yet there's two people who aren't letting each other go. So it's an energy of someone who's just about ready to give up, and then we have the other person who doesn't want to. Coming back around. See, it's about investing. So yeah, it's an energy of being patient, investing here. So I feel someone's been patient, waiting, feeling a little beat up. They've been patiently waiting for somebody, but I feel they're about to give up and move on towards something better. There could actually be a choice. Somebody may have a choice and be weighing the pros and the cons. It's also an energy of someone who compares somebody to something that happened in their past. So I do feel that there's a person who needs to make a decision. It's about calming down and making a decision. Yeah. So now we have the Queen of Pentacles. This could be yourself, could be the other person. This is someone grounding themselves, looking at the details. See, this is a person who's financially stable. It's a person here. It's an energy of someone a lot of times with the Star letting go of something because they're not comfortable with it. Queen of Pentacles likes to be comfortable. So if things aren't progressing and moving forward, the Queen of Pentacles becomes uncomfortable and starts to focus on their money. Queen of Pentacles is also marriage material, somebody who's very balanced, someone who takes care of their home, their finances, someone who's always preparing for the future. So I can definitely see that energy there. So feel as that's what you want, someone you can rely on, you know, a partner, someone who has your best interest. You have my back, I have yours kind of energy. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is looking at. So yeah, it looks as though there's a need to let go, to release something, and to move on. Somebody's thinking of moving on, but before it's an energy where someone's just about to give up, and then here comes this person, okay, offering a little cup. Stories, excuses, fishing for information. Could be an apology, really could be anything. So yeah, and I do look at that. So it's an energy of someone, one last look over their shoulder. So it has to do with taking a risk. Someone's weighing the pros and the cons about taking a risk. And we have a little Aries energy here. Somebody, or a little Scorpio. Definitely could be with that transition. So it's one last look over the shoulder, taking a leap of faith and going off on that path. So I feel somebody here, just about when someone's ready to give up, the other person comes back around and reaches out before the other person goes off on a new path with someone else. So yeah, but I also see the path to do with career, finances. Slow and steady wins the race, planning for success. Someone's definitely saving money, putting a lot of money away. Okay, maybe even juggling a lot of responsibilities here. Aside from this relationship energy, it's a person who's doing things right, trying to stay balanced. So there's a lot of balance energy here. That's that Queen of Pentacles energy, very balanced. Somebody's always preparing for the future, focused on their, look at that. So there's definitely an energy. This is definitely marriage material. There you go. Someone building a foundation, someone who takes care of their home and their financial foundation. It's a person who's looking for a partner, someone they can count on. Yeah, so if they can't count on someone, they're not responsible, reliable. This person just takes one last look over their shoulder and moves off on another path. So someone very independent. I can see the independent energy here. In fact, I feel both people are quite independent. Definitely saving money. Definitely trying to stay balanced. But the moral of the story is not focusing on one thing too much. As someone who's, I feel, life path has been focusing on their money, saving their money, very, very focused. And they're not paying attention to other aspects of their life. Okay, so that's what I feel is happening here. Yeah, King of Wands energy. So Virgo, there you go. This may resonate. Take it as it resonates best for yourself. Okay, so I do feel there's something happening. Someone's about to reach out. They're weighing the pros and the cons. Whether you go for it or not is your choice. It all depends whether it goes in your favor, whether you see this as something long term. All right, take care, Virgo. Wish you the best, and bye for now.